NBA Top Shot is where the NBA's biggest fans buy, sell, and earn officially licensed video collectibles. Rip packs or purchase individual limited edition moments from the marketplace to build your ultimate collection. From rookies to legends, now you can flex your fandom by owning the greatest moments from your favorite players and teams. Your collection can even earn you a once-in-a-lifetime, money-can't-buy experience. NBA Top Shot users have recently attended private events with superstars like Klay Thompson, rising stars like Cade Cunningham, and even all-time greats like Magic Johnson. During NBA Top Shot's Holiday of Hoops, you can win your share of thousands of dollars in NBA tickets, jerseys, NBA Top Shot packs, and other amazing prizes. It's an NBA fan's dream. Sign up at NBATopShot.com today for your chance to win. Rep your team, flex your fandom, and own the greatest moments from the NBA exclusively on NBA Top Shot.
American Express Jersey Assurance is here to help fans. Listen to this. If you purchased a jersey from the NBA store using your American Express card and your player switches teams within 1 year of purchase, you can get a free replacement jersey. Pretty cool, right? Just make sure you use your Amex card and request a replacement within 14 days of the trade, and you can keep repping your favorite player no matter what the team. Terms apply. You can learn more about Amex Jersey Assurance at nbastore.com/Amex. You back your team, we back your jersey.
You just tell me when we're...
I am rolling.
Well, allegedly, Lisa did a little something on Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. Blowies. Blowies. Please be Kelly Olynyk. Please be Kelly Olynyk. Please be Kelly Olynyk. Please be Kelly Olynyk. It's gotta be Kelly Olynyk. Let me have some wine.
Do a profile of like the Kermit meme, you know?
Like this?
Yeah.
Woo! Girl, something tells me we ain't talking about Bernard King. I love this show. Good morning, sweet world, and welcome to the No Dunks podcast on the Athletic Network. It's Thursday, December 22nd, 2022. I'm J.E. Skeets here in the yard, and alongside me, thanks to the power of technology, is Tass Mellis.
Amazing, phenomenal. If you're just listening, I'm sure you're curious. What the hell did I just listen to? Well, amazing outtakes of J.E. Skeets sipping some wine in front of, as still with the, as said in the stream team, a green bed sheet. What the heck is that? So phenomenal stuff there. Yeah, that's our green screen. Amazing stuff. You got to check out the latest short that we put up all over social media. Real Housewives starring J.E. Skeets.
Yes. And of course, let's bring him in now. The man that did that. We didn't even know that was going to be a thing. He's filling in for JD all week long, up in the 666. It's Jerome Chang. What's up?
Not much. Yeah, this was a last minute audible. It was 9:40. I had a clip set up for cold open, and I thought, let's make a super cut of all the things, some of the things we saw and a lot of things we didn't get to get in the cut, which I think we need to start making these things like 20-minute long full episode recaps.
It took me about 20 minutes to do the one line that I don't even think ever made the final product. I could not get through the Lisa Barlow line of that little Real Housewives of the NBA. Yeah.
Catch No Dunks on E! News moving forward.
Yes. And go check out that fun YouTube short. We put it up on Twitter. It's up on TikTok. It's up on our Instagram Reels. The Real Housewives of the NBA. There's a shocking amount of crossover between the NBA world and the Real Housewives franchise. So if you haven't watched that yet, seek it out, give it a like. And man, we might have to just post those outtakes as well, I think, Tass. Maybe next week when we're a little more quieter during the holidays. We sort of take a somewhat of a week off next week.
Oh, that's the best part. The finished product, the polished product, amazing. Jerome did a really, really good job. But yes, I think the sickos want to see the outtakes.
Yeah, the outtakes are sometimes funnier than the actual thing. You're right. All right, well, shout out to the stream team joining us live right now on YouTube. Comment away, as you guys do. Like the video. Let's get those likes up today. And subscribe if you haven't. I don't know if we officially hit it, but man, we were one away from 58,000 subs on YouTube. Last I checked, Tass, which was like 15 minutes ago. So who is lucky number 58,000? So let's get to 60K by All-Star Weekend. Fair enough?
Yeah.
That seems fair.
Nice. A somewhat attainable goal, but not out of this world. I like it.
Yeah, I couldn't say by Christmas. I couldn't say by New Year's. So, Salt Lake City, mid-February. Let's get to 60K. Send in your questions
on Salt Lake City Real Housewives, because apparently that's a thing too.
Oh, that's one of the best franchises. Oh,
cool.
Goodness. Yeah. Let's get your questions and comments. Keep them coming. NoDunks@theathletic.com. Tweet them in at NoDunkSync. That's INC on the end. We hit the beach yesterday, and we had some great cues from you guys. We had a whole lot more, too, that were tweeted in. So, again, maybe next week we'll jump on YouTube at least. We won't flip it into a podcast, but we'll jump on YouTube to talk to you guys and answer some more questions. Okay. We had another wedgie last night. This is excellent. Number 23 on the season. And it was from a guy who just came back in his second game, Joe Jingles, in the corner. Yes, Jingling Joe. Joe Ingles, of course. I mean, I almost forgot his real name wasn't Joe Jingles for a second. I've confused myself around the holidays. But yeah, off the pass there from Drew Holiday. Sticks it in the corner. Number 23.
Imagine Joe Ingles dropped one on Christmas Day. He plays on Christmas Day at Jingles Bells. His nickname is Jingles.
Yep.
It is phenomenal. It's phenomenal to get a wedgie that's stuck up there for a while. And it felt like that one was stuck up there for an eternity, because that was a big shot. 30 seconds left. Yeah. They're down 6. Yeah. And so the play-by-play man is waiting for Joe Ingles to make this game a one-possession game. And play-by-play man, play-by-play woman for the Bucks, waiting. Shot goes up. Oh, and it just feels like that was up there for an eternity. So that was nice to appreciate that. You said 58,000 subs for us. Well, we're on pace for 58 wedgies this season, which would tie the all-time high in the modern era as we recorded.
We're on a record-breaking pace. This is like Aaron Judge chasing Roger Maris there.
Judge territory. We're close. We would be record tying if we want to be technical about it, because we had 58 a couple seasons ago, but they're coming in fast right now. 23 before Christmas. That's a lot.
Oh my goodness. But yeah, let's hope for a Joe Ingles / Jingles wedgie on Christmas Day. Let's just hope one from any of these teams that are playing on Christmas. And as we speak about wedgies, we got to remind you, we got a Christmas wedgie shirt, limited edition. This is only going to be available for sale until the end of 2022. So you've got, not a lot of time left now. My goodness, you got like 8 or 9 days here to go grab this shirt over at nodunks.com. Got the ornament as the ball there, wedged in there with the lights. And man, very festive, this shirt. So go grab one of these if you haven't. And thanks to everybody that's already ordered one. And I know there's some sickos out there that basically have every wedgie shirt we've ever made, which, I mean, that's a whole entire wardrobe test. That's a lot of shirts.
Yeah, I saw our man Cheeve, who will be implemented in Tweet of the Night a little later on, wearing the old green Celtics wedgie one.
Oh, yeah, nice one.
That's a very nice one.
Yeah, that was a limited edition finals wedgie shirt.
I don't have that one. But
I don't either.
Does.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah. All right. Great stuff. Okay. Let's get into last night's games. And we're going to do that by playing a little What You Got.
What you got? What you got there? What you got?
Huh? What wedgie shirt you got on? Okay. We had some fun performances last night, some close games, some crazy numbers. And that's our first one here, Tass. I took 2 really random games and jammed them into one queue for you, because I want to know what you got when it comes to the crazier number from last night in the NBA. Siakam's 52 in the Garden, snapping the Knicks win streak, or the Brooklyn Nets scoring 91 first half points versus the Warriors. What you got?
Legitimately both crazy. kind of difficult to decide. But because Pascal Siakam dropped 52 and because Pascal Siakam is playing phenomenal basketball, let's start with him. An unstoppable performance by Pascal Siakam, doing what he wants out there. Obviously, the spin is spicy. It is looking so good when he sets somebody up going one way than the other. And then because the spin is so spicy, you try and take away that hand when he spins, and then you set up the other side. He can easily go if you're overplaying the spin. So it was just wonderful. And finally, the Raptors had somebody to support him. This Siakam's been so good, but they just haven't had steady performances behind him. So Fred VanVleet hitting that big three, 28 points from him. So a 80 spot, combined from both those guys. That's also a huge number. You just needed that. And Pascal forced the Raptors to help him out. Just how good he was playing in the Garden. You gotta go with this one because it's in the frickin' Garden. And he scores the game's final basket with 15 seconds left. He's at 49, and he puts the nail in the coffin with an and one. So that just sealed. Just so perfect. Pascal dropping 52 big ones to join some Raptors legends as guys who scored 50 points for the Raps in Vince, DeMar, Fred VanVleet, and Terrence Ross, of course. So five of them there. But Pascal feels right. It feels right that Pascal's leading the way for this team.
Remove playoff games, which would include a couple Vince games, a couple or a lot of Kawhi Leonard games, maybe the odd Lowry game. You remove the playoffs, Tass, you've watched maybe thousands of Raptors regular season games at this point, being a fan from day one. This is on the very, very short list, I think, of greatest Raptors games by a player ever. What Siakam did last night, not just the 52, you said hitting the glass, still the playmaking, putting the team like completely on his back to get them finally a victory where they had lost 6 in a row in MSG of all places, right? I don't think that's hyperbole.
No, it's not hyperbole. It's on the short list. I think it's bigger than Fred VanVleet's dropping threes. I know we're comparing incredible game after incredible game, but Fred's was a 3-ball show. So was Terrence Ross's. I tend to lean towards guys who do it inside the arc when we're talking about incredible performances. And so, it's up there with DeMar and Vince. I don't want to take away and say this one is the best one, but it could very well be it's coming off a stretch here where, he slowed down for a bit, but he has been the Raps' best player and their second best player and their third best player. And so at times he's just needed somebody to help out. And finally they did it in the same game. And Fred, they had no choice. You bring up the name Kawhi. It's like when Kawhi dragged this team every single night in the playoffs and guys had to help the guy out who was doing it all. So it's easy to just throw these names out and say, one of the best, but this literally was one of the best. A 50 spot in MSG. That's part of it as well. I mean, that's. Oh,
I think it was Michael Lee tweeting last night, this morning, whenever it came through on my timeline. Tough to tell sometimes, but he was like, if you drop 50 in MSG, especially when the Knicks are playing well, like that's the other part here. Like this, they were on their win streak and they're not pushovers by any means. When you do that, can drop 50 in MSG, they take your passport and they stamp it with superstar. Like you were confirmed a superstar. And a lot of Raptors fans have thought that about Siakam, but I wonder this morning here on some of these other, sports talk shows, like, are they leading with this game? Are they leading with the 50 burger in MSG? It's at least got to be on the rundown, and hopefully the respect that he's getting for something that he's like done for a lot of the season, especially before the injury, but then coming back still hot. So I hope that's happening. I have no idea if Skip and I don't know, Shannon are talking about this, but they should be, is my point.
Skip and Shannon. I love that combo. Right, yes, that's totally right. I think these are the moments that, even if they're not number one on the docket for the national TV shows down here, they get on there. I'm still not convinced that it's number one in the rundown.
Probably not.
Still not convinced, but it's Pascal Siakam, so I understand it's still not for a lot of Americans, they don't understand what he's doing, and they just doesn't have the name recognition down here. But it should be number one, and that's why we're leading the show with it, especially because it was an ethical 52 points. I love saying that, as it's mentioned here by Tofu Beak. I love saying that. That's the old Pascal Siakam does it within the arc, doesn't shoot the threes. And listen, it's kind of more enjoyable at times, and that's why I think I would elevate it above his boy Fred. But it's pretty cool how those two guys, technically, Fred is tied. I'm sorry, Pascal is tied for second on the all-time Raptors scoring list now, but Fred is number one. And these guys who came in 2016 together are doing it now together. So, anyways, a very good win for the Raps. Unfortunately, it took that kind of effort. And if Quentin Grimes is on the other side, it's probably a different story for the Knicks. He's hurt, and that hurt them.
I mean, I thought there was deja vu watching this game when Van Vliet went cold for that stretch in the fourth quarter and couldn't hit a shot again. I mean, he did hit one that sort of iced the game. That was big. And even he was like, my God, you could, if you were reading his lips, I think you could tell he's like, Jesus, finally, like I'm contributing, helping this guy out, but it wasn't looking good for a while. It's like, oh my God, what did he have? The 38 versus the Sixers there in the overtime loss, Siakam. And then I thought he was going to have the 50 burger and that was going to come in a loss. Randall, I don't know what happened with him inside there. Like, did the ball just slip out of his hands? It would have made it a 2-point game, with a chance there. They were down 4 at that point. I think it just slipped. I mean, nobody hit him. That was weird. That got lucky for the Raps. But for him to pull it out. I almost made this question, Tass, what you got? What was more impressive? Siakam's second quarter or his third quarter? And I think we would have been here for an hour trying to debate which one was better because both were just unreal. Though Vivek Jacob on Twitter, he broke down the ridiculous stretch from Spicy P in the third quarter after the Knicks took a lead. I mean, because they came out of the locker room, went on a big run. It was like, oh, God, here we go again with the Raps. But this is what Siakam did. After the Knicks took a 2-point lead, 72-70. Driving layup plus the free throw. 19-foot jumper. Then he attacked, got 2 free throws. He attacked again, got to the line, split those free throws. Then he had a 2-point shot. Then he had a driving floating jump shot. Then he had a driving layup plus the free throw. Then he made 2 more free throws. And at the end of the third quarter, the Raps were back up 7. That was all him in that stretch there. Completely him.
He's a self-made man. He's not the most gifted right out of the bat type of guy. Look, gifted from birth, the ball, leaving his fingers, floating off his fingers like he's Kevin Durant. But he's developed that shot. He has kudos to the Raptors. Everybody on the Raptors. I want to say Nick Nurse and I want to say the up and down the coaching staff, but it's everybody who sits there and works with him and how he's gotten to this place. And that's why maybe like from the get-go he didn't have a ton of hype, but as a guy who's worked on his game, you gotta love it. You gotta love it for that aspect. He has made himself into this player, and he got a lot. He's been through a lot. He went from a hero as supporting Kawhi Leonard with that monster game 1 in the finals to being ridiculed for the Tampa season and how that ended. So it's been a great run for Pascal Siakam.
And then to give the Nets some love here, I mean, maybe it is the crazier number if we're being honest. We see guys go for 52 points in the NBA. It feels like every third or fourth night at this point. But the Nets scoring 91 in the first half. It's the third highest first half point total in NBA history. The Suns scored 107 in the first half against the Nuggets in 1990. 107 in the first half. And then the Warriors, who also had Durant playing for them, they scored 92 against the Bulls in 2018. So not all that long ago. But man, the Nets task, like they made 11 of their first 12 shots. It was 46-17 at the end of the first quarter, which is nearly a 30-point differential after 12 minutes. And this was just dominant.
The national TV shows better not be putting the Nets game above Pascal Siakam's 52, even though 52 ain't leading the show, I don't think, on ESPN or on Skip and Shannon. It's just fun to say that after you start saying Skip and Shannon.
What's their show called? First Take?
No, they're not on First.
First
things first.
Oh, First Things First. Jeez, I can't. First Swami, Sammy, Swami,
freaks,
Swanson,
all the
Swanson.
honeys.
Yeah.
Anyway, so
Samsonite.
Yeah, you're close. You weren't way off. You're close. So the Brooklyn Nets 90 points in the first half. The reason why I don't think 91 will be leading the show is because the Warriors didn't have anybody playing again, and
Yeah.
that's fine. They didn't have their big three, even Clay sitting in this one. But I think the more impressive number, beside the 91, is who scored for the Brooklyn Nets, because there's no Kyrie in this game. He's sitting. Durant only took 9 first half shots to get to that 91 points. He had 70 points from other guys in that first half. 15 second quarter assists. 15. That's a ridiculous number. The Nets are not who we thought they were. They are playing together, and they're playing it's some form of ball that's difficult to guard because although you would just try and take away Kevin Durant, he's got everybody working. We mentioned Joe Harris and a potential Vooch trade rumor, hoping that he would get it together for the future of his career, because he's had a bad one. He's getting it together. Everybody scorching for the Brooklyn Nets yesterday.
Moving on to our next What You Got. I want to know, Tass, Wilder finish from last night. Bulls Hawks or Thunder Blazers? What you got?
I got to go with here in Atlanta, the Chicago Bulls, because DeMar DeRozan looked like he was going to hit a game winner. It looked like a repeat of New Year's last year. Well, this year, I guess. This year.
Was it New Year's Eve
1st.
or was it New Year's
No,
Day?
It was Jan 1, where he hit back-to-back game winners, and that second one looked exactly like the shot he was taking in Atlanta yesterday, tie game, as time ticked down. But it was an air ball. It went over the rim, and it hit John Collins, the Hawks, John Collins, right in the stomach. He was surprised that the ball was, every time an NBA player shoots an air ball, it's a surprise, but it goes over the rim and hits John Collins right in the stomach, and it falls to the floor. And Ayo Dosunmu, who is so good at the offensive glass, so good at grabbing offensive boards, just picked it up and banked home a little layup, a little dinker at the rim. The offensive glass is usually what kills the Bulls. They usually get destroyed on the offensive glass, and that's what's been happening a lot through their struggles. The Knicks killed them recently, but the Bulls did it to the Hawks. So not only in that play, the last few minutes there. So that was a little bit wilder to me. You saw DeMar looking like he's going to hit another game winner. All right, maybe after the story on The Athletic that things aren't going well in Chicago, they start to right the ship. They win one game, and then DeMar's going to hit a game winner for his second game. Nah, it was like the wedgie to me. It was like, oh, that was sort of anticlimactic. The ball just falls to the floor, and then boom, I would assume he just picks up Johnny on the spot and hits a shot like a grade schooler, like Trey's daughter, who's playing basketball now, would hit. No offense to Trey's daughter, but like that was just a little tiny dinky shot to win a basketball game. I was shocked that happened.
Insult to injury then to John Collins too, who, like you said, the ball just hit him straight in the stomach. I mean, I've said many times before, the second best thing you can do in the NBA, if you don't hit the shot, is to airball it. Because I love your chances as the offensive team of actually getting the rebound, because it catches the defensive guys by surprise, because they're thinking, that's an NBA player. He's probably going to hit the rim, and I better get ready to go up and get it. But yeah, it hits Collins, so that's bad. Ayo puts it in. That's worse. And then you saw it, Taz. Ayo falls backwards onto John Collins. The Bulls are celebrating, and John Collins is at the bottom of this pile. And probably like trying to get out, being suffocated by the Bulls players who are pumped that they just won this game at the buzzer. Like DeJounte Murray, there's like a video or a photo of him, like he's like searching for him, like he's trapped in a mine or something like that. And Collins is under there. So rough ending there for Johnny. That sucks. I mean, you want him to grab that, but you can also no one's sort of ready for that. It just hit him right in the stomach.
Yeah. Unfortunately, that's what he was there for. He was surprised. He was waiting for it. He was on the the far side of the rim. He was waiting for it to hit rim and go over his head or whatever. Hands up, waiting, gets him in the gut. Although, yeah, it's a punch to the gut for the Hawks. Although maybe it's the basketball god saying you shouldn't have beat the Orlando Magic the other day. They shouldn't have got that win with DeJounte Murray getting that phantom foul call to go to the free throw line to seal it against the Magic. But hey, the Bulls 2 wins in a row. Trey's in the chat here, defending his daughter Isla, saying she's a walk-in bucket.
Yeah.
It's true. It's true.
I trust
she's
her
got
more
Trey's
than Patrick
skills.
Williams. I'll tell you that to shoot the ball. Yeah, you had the Bulls like big three, like their scorers. They all for the second game in a row here, I think, all hit that 20 mark plateau. And like we're talking about the IO like lucky, wild, crazy game winner, but like Zach LaVine hit a couple huge jumpers down the stretch.
He did.
DeRozan had one as well, before the air ball. So yeah, they were making clutch plays to pull this off because they were down. Looked like the Hawks were gonna not run away, but like sort of like take this victory. I was thinking about Trey. Obviously, he's back in Chicago with the fam for the holidays here, but I remember him saying before he left, he was pissed in a way because he's like, the Bulls are here in Atlanta. They're not here a lot, but I'm gonna be back there. What a game that would have been for TK in the building for all this clutch play from his Bulls as they try and like save their season. Oh, missed a good one down here.
For sure. The Bulls took advantage of no Clint Capella on the glass. I know there's been chatter about the Hawks potentially trading Clint Capella because they have a Clint Capella in waiting in Onyeka Okongwu, who's a lot shorter, but is extremely physical as a backup center. But Clint Capella was on the broadcast, not on the floor in this one, and they missed him on the defensive glass. That's what killed him at the end there. Although, yeah, Zach hitting shots and supporting him, they needed just Clint's height, especially with just guys who don't board like John Collins. He gets the rebounds, he plays as physical as he can, but him and Okongwu are just undersized, and they need Clint Capella's height. So the Bulls took advantage of that. I'm not buying into a ton of them on a roll here, but we'll see what they can do against the New York Knicks.
You don't think the Raptors and Bulls saved their seasons last night? That's what Ziller was throwing out there, the possibility of it. These sort of like huge performances and, wild endings to pull them out. Maybe right the ship here. No, you're not.
I think, to me, they both have won 2 games in a row. I don't care if the Raptors lost the previous game. I think moral victories matter. I think they took that moral victory and they compounded it. OG Anunoby helping out, and so the Bulls, same thing. They've won 2 in a row now too. So I don't know if it was last night that they saved their season. I don't know about that, Zilla. But yeah, the Bulls are still they're 5 games under 500. And I wouldn't go that far.
Okay.
It could still fall apart pretty easily, I think.
One thing I just thought of this because I think it happened in both games. In the Raptors game with I think it was Van Vliet, and then it happened in the Hawks game too. And what I'm getting at here is, when the shooter takes a 3-point shot, the defense closes out, tries to avoid them, obviously doesn't touch them like on the hand or the wrist or stuff like that. But then the 3-point shooter like embellishes the legs, kicks him out a little bit. Then there's contact, tweet, whistle. Oh, fouled the 3-point shooter. But then they go and challenge it and they look at it. Like this happened in both these games. I know they both got overturned, right? It's like, oh no, actually that was pretty good defense. And the shooter unnaturally stuck that leg out there. Why though does that not get called the foul, an offensive foul on the player? And instead it's nothing called. Obviously the foul is removed. There's no free throws, but then they jump it up. I find that very weird. Don't you think if they call it, okay, say they call it incorrectly because they go and look at it and go, oh, sorry, that's an offensive foul. They're sticking the legs out. So we should just flip the foul onto the offensive player and give the ball to the defensive team. But instead they jump it up.
I guess there are those sort of parameters that play can fall into. It's kind of like a guy pump faking and then sort of going horizontal, like that. You don't necessarily have to call it an offensive foul, but there's sort of there's a middle ground where they can just call it nothing, or it could be a non-call essentially. Mm-hmm. They kind of determine that. It's like if it's egregious, then yes. If it's a Reggie Miller kicking your leg out or whatever, yeah. But there's kind of that middle ground, I guess, that they allow themselves to.
But it's funny because the offensive team then gets another crack at the ball. Like they get to jump it up.
The jump ball thing is they've sort of corrected that on other non-foul calls. Like who has the ball, who's closest to the ball.
Yeah.
They will give it to the team that was either closest to the ball or not. But in these situations, because it's up in the air, really, they do jump ball it. So you're right. That part's weird.
Yeah.
Why they should just give it to the defensive team.
Yeah, if you're not going to call, you're right. If you're not going to completely change your call and say, whoa, foul on the defensive player. In fact, actually, no, a foul on the offensive player. Then I'm sort of with that. They should at least just give the ball to the defense.
And they have corrected that a little bit again with other ones. It used to be a jump ball for everything, right?
A little love to OKC. They defeated the Blazers for the second time in 3 days. So maybe not a wilder finish, but a solid ending for OKC. The Blazers were up 5 with less than 3 minutes to go, and they wouldn't score again. And a lot of it was great defense from the Thunder. A couple plays stuck out to me. With like 2:30 left, SGA, huge steal on a Portland side inbounds. Just totally read the play, attacked Grant. He was caught by surprise, just ripped it from him. They went the other way. Giddey had a little floater off the glass, so that was 2 points right there. That was great. Then there was a couple plays where the Blazers got looks. They moved the ball and all that, but they couldn't knock them down. Hart airballed a 3 in the corner. But there was another play where Portland still down 1. Lillard attacked the rim, and I thought Muscala, yes, Moose, he's playing, and J-Dub, Williams for them, their rookie, both without fouling, just deterred him at the rim. Lillard missed quite significantly, so that was big. And then Dort just played great defense on Dame. A majority of the game, and especially at the end, he just couldn't get by him. And then Lillard, I guess, it's Lillard, so you're not going to be upset with him shooting anytime in a clutch situation. But Dort was all over him around a 20-foot sort of fadeaway jumper, made it very, very difficult, and he missed that. So good defense from OKC down the stretch.
Great few minutes there as they're up 5. Yeah, 3 minutes left, didn't let him score. And then on the offensive end, took their turns. Shea getting to the bucket. Great moments here in his young career for Jalen Williams. He got to the bucket for that big jam. So these minutes matter for a team that's sub 500. Yeah, but they're 14-18. This is wild. They're 14-18, able to take care of, as you said, the Blazers twice. Phenomenal season for them. A phenomenal season for them. Yeah, it's unfortunate that for the Blazers, who are on a long trip and then go to Denver, will probably end it 2-4. I'm guessing after they play Denver. But the Blazers, the Thunder, in the way that they do it on both ends. You point out those plays, and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is getting talk for his offensive game, but he does so much defensively.
Mm-hmm.
So he's huge. He's physical. Great steal, as you said. He blocks shots. A guy is for real.
Final one here. What you got? More impressive win. A couple of Eastern Conference wins. Cavaliers finally beating the Bucks, holding on for dear life, but getting it done. Or the Pacers defeating the Celtics. I mean, Boston got back in that game, but a pretty solid win there from Indiana. What you got? More impressive.
Wow, the Celtics do not look like themselves. They've lost 5 of 6.
I know.
And weird to see the Pacers go on that huge run in that first half. The Celtics, I question, what's going on. I know it could just be a blip, but I guess after you see what happened to start the season last year, you wonder, is this season last season's in reverse? Or are we seeing them, peak at the beginning of the year rather than what they peaked at the end of last year? There's no Marcus Smart. Maybe they lost their 2 there for on the defensive end against the Pacers. So I wouldn't call that more impressive. I'd call the Cavs more impressive, because to me, it's like looking in a mirror with these two teams, the Cavs and the Bucks, how good they are defensively, how big they are up front, and how they deter teams from going in the lane. And Giannis Antetokounmpo had 45 stinking points in this one, and he was matched by the Cavs front line, or the Cavs big players, because Mitchell had a great game, then Garland had a good game, and Jared Allen chipped in. And to me, it's like, okay, well, are the Bucks supporting cast members going to chip in down the stretch here into the playoffs the way they have in the past? That's the only question with this team. Obviously, Chris Middleton isn't playing in this game, so I think the Cavs were happy to let Giannis go off for 45 in a weird way, and we're able to overcome him getting Evan Mobley into foul trouble real early. Kevin Love comes in and works his ass off. This is the number 1 defense in the league, and so they give themselves a chance every single night. And to me, it's like you get the superstars in Mitchell versus Giannis, and then the supporting cast of Jared Allen, Darius Garland, usually Evan Mobley come through on a lot of these nights, and it's very similar to the Bucks and how they get their supporting cast usually to chip in. But it was like a Siakam performance from the last few weeks. It was Giannis's 45, and then not a lot from Drew Holiday and Brook Lopez in this one, who was efficient, but he didn't get a lot of shots. So I think that the Cavs were happy to watch Giannis just play bully ball.
Yeah, I mean, it felt like, I don't know, 5 or 6 games last night in the NBA where like one team giving the other team a 25-point lead and then see if you can get back into it, because that's what happened in this one. I think this was a good like measuring stick win for Cleveland, though, because 2 times prior against the Bucks, they had solid leads and let them evaporate. And this almost happened again here with Giannis in that monster second half, but then they showed some poise there and took care of business and got this. So they're going to I think that's a nice win for them if they happen to meet up with the Bucks in a potential playoff series in whatever round. Good to know you can beat them. You know what I mean? They're not, fully equipped team over there with missing Chris Middleton, but good to know you can at least hang with them. You've proven that 3 games now, but you can pull it off too. And the Cavs improved to 16-2 at home. Best record, home record in the NBA. And it actually matches the start to their 2016 championship season, where they were also 16-2 at home with a one LeBron James. So yeah, good win. And the Pacers, that was impressive. Again, they were up massive, and then Celtics sort of got back in the game. But Haliburton, 33 points, 8 assists, 6 3-pointers made, a steal, only 2 turnovers. I know you've told me that we might not be doing worst of the week tomorrow. It's the holidays, might flip it on its head, maybe best of the week for all we know. But I'm almost disappointed to hear that, because I thought Wally Szczerbiak would have been a nice worst of the week nominee. Is that the weirdest story in the NBA right now? Wally Szczerbiak shitting on Tyrese Haliburton and his all-star chances, and then Haliburton responding to Taylor Rooks, and then Wally walking it back last night and apologizing. Like, what a weird story.
It is a weird story. Yeah, I couldn't get enough of it. I gobbled it all up. I listened to Wally call him a wannabe all-star.
Like, why?
twice in a matter of 8 seconds. Well, I think 2 things. He wanted to say that Julius Randle is an all-star.
Okay.
Like you're not getting the spot over Julius Randle.
Him.
Halliburton's been getting more love than Julius Randle as an all-star.
Or Brunson, maybe even, I guess.
Yeah, one of those guys. He mentioned both. But the second thing, Wally's from an older time, similar to our time. He was called, so he said a wannabe all-star. Like, I think he just kind of meant he's not an all-star. Wannabe was just, I think, a different definition. Like, he's just not like just,
what are you
just
talking
not an all-star.
about? Yeah, he's saying
you're not an all-star.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's,
it's just made him sound like
derogatory,
like a huge asshole. Well, wannabe, like he's not some, I just think he meant he's not an all-star. The wannabe makes him sound like that's just his way of saying that guy's not an all-star. But it wannabe makes him sound like.
So hold on, just so I can clarify, you're saying if Wally had just said
he's not an all-star this season,
he's not an all-star this season, that might still get people upset, but it wouldn't get the headlines of wannabe all-star. Okay, I think is that right?
Yeah. But then he did. But I don't know why I'm defending Wally Szczerbiak.
Yeah, I don't know.
Wannabe is fine
because he's wrong. He probably is an all-star.
Yeah, either way. Yeah, it is semantics, Alan Gaw. You're right. But Wally also threw in the word fake all-star. And so that he's off. He's off. He's wrong. And I don't know. Maybe Wally gets mad because people call him a fake all-star because he was an all-star, hanging with KG, and he made it once. But I don't know. There's an Taylor Rooks asks Tyrese Haliburton about it. If you want to be an all-star, you got I don't know.
Hold on. Maybe this is Wally playing like 3D, 4D chess here. Maybe he's got some money riding on Haliburton making the all-star game. Because if he did, this would be a slick move to it actually bolsters Haliburton's all-star case. Right? When you think about it. Like he says, want to be all-star, fake all-star. And everybody's like, whoa. Why? First off, why are you saying that, Wally Szczerbiak? And then everybody's like, no, look at his numbers. Look at his team's record. And everyone's like getting all like fired up that of course he should be an all-star. Maybe not starting, but he should be selected. I think this is what I'd like to check what Wally's betting on his FanDuel account or something like that. Because that's next level thinking. Just to drum up support by saying he's a wannabe all-star.
Wow.
Galaxy brain.
Wow. If he's pulling that off, that would I was reaching with the wannabe comment trying to
Yeah,
defend
now I'm
him.
reaching
think
even further.
Yeah, you're reaching.
Yeah.
Big time.
Just a weird story.
Well, guys, is this the first time you've talked about Tyrese Haliburton being an all-star on this pod?
No, sir.
No,
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 sir.
no,
sir.
I don't
Okay.
believe so. I think when we were,
But this is pretty in depth and at length. The defense almost makes the stronger case at this point.
yeah. No, when we first did our first pass at All Stars a couple of weeks ago, I want to say now on a drop podcast. I mean, I was proposing that Haliburton was starting with Donovan Mitchell.
He was
the
up
Eastern
there,
Conference All-Star game. So I mean, I don't know if again that happens, but he's right there, and he's got the numbers and the team success, especially when you think about how surprising the Pacers have been. I also saw as we get ready to take a break here, I want everybody to start thinking about this. Tass, Jerome, everybody in the stream team, everybody listening later. I got a tweet here this morning from @basketball_nice, couple eyes in there, talking about Haliburton's play and then Sabonis's play for the Kings. And how great he was last night, and how the heater he's on, he's averaging like the numbers are insane. He's on like basically dabbling with a triple-double over the last 10 games. But Basketball Nice wondered, that trade's been a win-win for the Kings and Pacers. And what are some of the best win-win trades of recent memory? That feels like a fun YouTube short right there to me, Tass. But we'd have to do some homework on that one. Need some help from the people.
Well, the Cleveland-Utah Donovan Mitchell trade has worked out pretty well.
It's a good one. Yeah. Of course, it has. I mean, I guess.
Yeah, come on.
Well, yeah, like.
I mean, it's early. They got the first round picks. No, it's been good. What they traded for was first round picks, and now they've got an all-star in Lowry Markkanen.
Yeah, you're right.
So,
you're right.
So the
that's
primary
another one.
focus was all-star picks, and then they get an all-star, Sexton and Ochai Agbaji as well. But anyway, yeah, that's a good shorty.
That is a good point. All four of those guys, Sabonis, Lowry Markkanen, and then Donovan Mitchell and Haliburton, they have really good chances to all be all-stars. All four of those guys included in those two trades. That's pretty wild. I mean, not wild that Mitchell would continue to be an all-star, or even maybe the other ones though. Yeah. No, you wouldn't put money on that at the start of the season that the other three names I just said, Haliburton, Markkanen, and Sabonis, were going to be likely all-stars. No way you would.
No, and I would say most analysts are not watching Indiana Pacers games, and I would say that this comment shouldn't bother me here from Joe Eagle in the stream team that says No Dunks hasn't watched a single Pacer game this year. No wonder they can't analyze a single second of last night's game. I'm trying to look for the Tyrese Haliburton short sicko report that Trey made to tweet it back to him, and I'll find it, or I'll send it back to him and I'll find it. What do you call that? What do you call that with me? It's not a ratio, but if I send that back to him, I guess people will like my comment. What's that process? It's not a ratio. Jerome, help me out here. It's not to come back. I mean, that's like a term from Wally Szczerbiak's age. What is it?
Wait.
I don't know what you're asking, really.
Like
yeah,
a clapback?
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
Or something better. But either way, clapback, I guess, is the correct term.
Did you want to touch on any of the other games from last night?
No, I didn't watch
to make
any
anyone else happy. You didn't watch any. Thank you for your honesty.
Luka, there's a lot of games. Well, I guess Luka. Yeah.
Well, I was just gonna say, let me just get them out there. Yeah, Luka and the Mavs beating the Wolves, so they made the split there between their two little set of games. Sabonis was a monster as the Kings crushed the Lakers. Embiid was great. 76ers crushed the Pistons. Magic rallied past the Rockets to win their 7th in their last 8 games, and then the Clippers, just their entire squad, destroyed the Hornets. Again, a lot of blowouts last night. But anything jump out to you?
Well, the Luka way to find a way to deal with the Timberwolves defense that he had a problem with only a couple nights prior. Just shows you how Luka can learn in a heartbeat and deal with the team. In a playoff series, he would deal with that wall that they were putting up way up high. They're getting up there and putting 2 guys on him, and he just dealt with it a couple nights later. That's what he does. He's just so good. So he dealt with that, and Dwight Powell came back and was important for the Dallas Mavericks in that game. He's a Timberwolves killer. They just don't have the depth, and I won't go as far as to say what you said on a podcast recently, to say that Dwight Powell has potential. Is that what you said?
No,
or-
I didn't say that. I
Oh,
forget
yeah.
what my adjective was. No, but you guys talk about Dwight Powell a lot more than I do. I'll tell you that. You bring him up every time
Well, you said
because
Dwight
he's
Powell
good. He's solid.
Dwight Powell is promising. The dude's over 30. You don't call anybody promising.
Promising and helping your team win basketball games. Like when he plays, he contributes.
Now, promising.
You haven't
makes it
stopped
sound
bringing
like he
him up
hasn't
since I
peaked.
said that. Yeah.
Dwight has peaked. Anyways,
Dwight is
I clap back. I clap back.
That's all you're doing right
at
now.
Joe.
Is clapping
Yeah,
back.
Yeah,
at people.
no, I clap back at Joe here in the stream team.
Oh.
I found him, not at you,
Oh.
not at you, but also at you, I guess.
Yeah, you sort of did with your Dwight Powell. Okay, we got to take a break. Jesus. When we come back, we got some Hall of Fame nominees to discuss. And we're ripping some packs. The Top Shot Hot Boys are back in the building. We'll rip some holiday packs. Don't go anywhere.
Peloton, my old friend. Where are my notes? Oh, guys, yeah, here it is. It's always this time of year that we start thinking about what next year will bring. We start thinking about resolutions to work out more, but let's face it, they rarely stick. Hey, maybe you're the type that needs a little extra incentive to stick with your plans. What, living longer and looking good naked not good enough for you? Well, Peloton gets it, they get you, and they've got a gift for you. Get $200 off accessories like cycling shoes, heart rate monitors, and more when you purchase a Peloton bike, Bike Plus, or Tread, and up to $100 off accessories with the purchase of a Peloton guide to take your workout to the next level. Make this first step toward achieving your fitness goals in 2023. And once you start, you'll see why so many people stick with Peloton, with a variety of workouts from cycling to scenic runs, boot camps to power walks. You'll find classes that work for you, taught by world-class instructors who know exactly how to get the best out of you. So don't wait. Get this offer before it ends on December 25th. That's less than 2 weeks away, right, Tess?
Yes, less than 2.
That's right. This expires on December 25th. Visit onepeloton.com. All access membership separate. Offer ends, again, December 25th. Cannot be combined with other offers. See additional terms at onepeloton.com.
Merry Sorbsmas! And a happy Sorbidays to everyone.
Yes.
It's not all sleigh bells and mistletoe out there. It's also picking out a tree bigger than your station wagon and having to figure out how to get it home. Or leaving your kid at home alone while you travel to France. And it's even accidentally becoming Santa when you put on his suit after he falls off your roof. That actually happened to a close friend of mine named Scott.
Wow.
Yeah. Haven't seen him since.
Jeez.
Got huge, man. Huge and old. Out of nowhere. Guy fell off his roof. Some of these guys Santa Claus.
Wow.
Nonetheless, you can fight holiday stress with Next Evo Naturals. Unlike other CBD brands, Next Evo's Smart Sorb technology delivers CBD to your system in as little as 10 minutes. Smart Sorb upgrades CBD's natural absorption power. Scientifically formulated to deliver more CBD fast. The only brand clinically proven to deliver 30 times better absorption in the first 30 minutes. Yeah, that's Next Evo Naturals, baby. You can get smarter CBD from Next Evo Naturals and up to 25% off subscription orders of $40 or more at nextevo.com/podcast. Promo code NODUNKS. That's NEXT evo.com/podcast. Promo code NODUNKS.
Champions aren't born, they're made. And the secret to making your business reign supreme? Shopify, the all-in-one commerce platform to start, run, and grow your business. Shopify makes it simple to sell to anyone from anywhere, whether you're selling warm-ups or wall hangers. It's time to start selling with Shopify and join the platform simplifying commerce for millions of businesses worldwide. With Shopify, you'll customize your online store to your brand, and you'll discover new customers, and you'll build the relationships that create diehard fans, like our diehard No Dunks fans. Shopify fields all the sales channels to grow a winning business, from an in-person POS system to an all-in-one e-commerce platform, even across social media platforms like TikTok, Facebook, Instagram. Social media, hot right now.
Social media.
Big time. Social
Yeah,
media
yeah.
is having a moment.
I've heard about this.
Yeah, and thanks to 24/7 support and free on-demand business courses, Shopify is on your team every step of the way. It's a well-known fact that Jimmy Butler started selling $20 cups of coffee, no matter the size, in the NBA bubble back in 2020. But did you know that Jimmy brought his love of coffee and community to the digital world? Seriously, Big Face Coffee uses Shopify. Jimmy gets buckets, and Jimmy gets bucks with Shopify. When you're ready to take your winning idea to the world, team up with Shopify, the e-commerce platform powering millions of businesses down the street and around the globe. Try out Shopify for free today and start selling anywhere. This is Possibility, powered by Shopify. And sign up for a free trial at shopify.com/nodunks. That's all lowercase. Go to shopify.com/nodunks to start selling online today. That's shopify.com/nodunks. All right, still here in the yard. We finally have a visitor, Tess. There she
What we got?
is. Little Luna in the back there, taking a little nap on the bench by the window. Can you see her?
Thought she was on the treadmill for a second.
No,
I was confused.
No.
No, Luna,
She
get
does
off
not-
the treadmill. Luna.
She does
She
not.
can probably run. She can outrun you, I assume.
Oh, are you kidding me? No, not a chance. Not a chance. Maybe in a quick sprint, but
Right.
she taps out like after a mile or two. Yeah,
Ah,
she's
well,
exhausted.
that's pretty good.
Yeah, not bad. She can. I think the most we've done is 3 miles out there together. But anyway,
So you're not taking her to the Boston Marathon.
no,
Yes.
no dogs allowed in the Boston Marathon. Look, we have some news in the NBA world. The Naismith Memorial Hall of Fame class of 2023 nominees, they were announced Wednesday afternoon. The star-studded list includes, 4 virtual locks, I think is
you
fair
can
to
say
say.
it.
Yeah, first ballot NBA selections here in Dirk, Wade, Pau Gasol, and Tony Parker. And look at this graphic that our guy Jerome has put together for everybody here on YouTube. We got Spurs coach Greg Popovich, also a first-time nominee. I think he's finally decided, okay, put me on the ballot.
Mhm.
I think that's what's happened. There are some other NBA stars being considered again, too. Most notably, Chauncey Billups is again on this list. Sean Marion's name is there. Tom Chambers.
Come on, Sean.
Michael
Chambers,
Cooper, Mark Eaton, WNBA star Becky Hammon. Any thoughts on this list here, Tess?
Well, the fact that it's so top heavy, there's so many locks, as we said, Dirk and Dwayne and Pau and Tony, makes it more difficult for guys like Chauncey Billups and Sean Marion to get in.
Yeah, I don't think they are. Not this year. Yeah.
No, it's got to.
Or
It's
next
funny how that works. It's got to be a weaker class for a great basketball player to get in. For the voters to say, okay, I didn't vote for him last year, but now I need to get somebody in, so I'll put him in.
Like Tim Hardaway, senior.
Yeah,
This
a
past
good one.
calendar year, I think it was sort of like that.
C-Web got in. So guys who are obviously great players. I guess the Greg Popovich inclusion is interesting. Maybe he's hanging it up.
I
at some
know.
point.
That's what I thought, because I think by all accounts he's been asked to be nominated, right? Like time for probably the last decade or whatever, and he's like always deferred it or said no. And I guess he finally came around on that. So what does that mean? That's a good point. It's like, is this his final season? And then he's going into the Hall as a first ballot Hall of Famer as a coach? That's possible.
And I totally think so. It's definitely possible. And I guess the last thought is, I know we consider Pau and what he's done an easy lock. Same with Tony Parker. I wonder what the voters are going to do. I guess he's the 2 titles. I mean, he was so good. So I hope that's not even a second thought. But I wonder how the voting goes for both Pau and Tony.
Yeah. I would think I think they're all locks. I think they're all first ballot.
Also,
Hall
when
of
you
Famers.
factor in the international play,
Yeah,
like,
I mean,
it puts
yeah.
it over the top. Yeah.
Yeah, they should be
I
in
hope
here.
so.
And then Pop would be. Becky Hammon. I think this is the second time she's on up for a nominee here. So surprised she wasn't sort of a first ballot. I would think she'll eventually make the Hall of Fame here. So maybe it's this next year, 23. This selection process too. Remember how we were like always so confused by this? I think I did figure it out. Like it's like a 3-step process. That's what it is. It's the nominees. This big list of nominees gets released yesterday, right? So around this time, then that list gets cut down to finalists around All-Star Weekend. So in February, and then from that, the actual Hall of Fame class of 23 will be announced April 1st over the NCAA Final Four weekend in 23 in Houston. So that's how we get there. And then they're actually inducted in August. So 4-step process, I guess.
Yes, it is interesting. We're confused every year, but I think, like you, this is the first year I completely understood it.
Yeah, I guess I'm still
maybe the copy is written better. Why are you still slightly confused? You just explained it.
No, I know I did, but when we find out these, like the finalists, it's the word finalist that get me. Because we're going to get that in February, like I said, but that doesn't mean that's just going to be this huge list we have now is going to be just like shrunk down to a much more, tinier list, I guess, right? But that doesn't mean they're all in.
It doesn't? I thought the finalists are in.
No, but okay. So if that's so,
then you're right. No, you're right. Then the ones that are select. Why is it tied into the NCAA weekend? You're right. It's that basketball weekend where it's the Basketball Hall of Fame. It's the word finalists, but yes, it's not until that weekend when there's a college tournament happening that these players are selected. It's totally true. And the other thing that's confusing, I was looking at the graphic there that Jerome put together of Dirk and Dwayne. And after looking at Dwayne Wade's name, we all know it's DWYANE. It's the different spelling, but I've been looking at it for too long this morning and yesterday. I start to question.
Uh-oh.
Is that how you spell Dwayne? Is it DW? It's Y first. Why are you asking? That's how I always remember.
That's smart. That's very smart.
Totally.
So they're going. Also, related news to Dirk. I didn't know this. Maybe you did. On Christmas Day, they're unveiling his statue. Dallas is.
Huh.
The Dirk statue. Christmas Day.
I didn't know that.
I know. It felt like that was a bit of out of nowhere. We knew a statue was coming. I mean, that was, we're going to get the one-legged Dirk fadeaway for sure. I mean, I don't know how you could screw up that statue.
No.
But I think they're unveiling it on Christmas Day.
I better have the hair flowing like JC on JC's day.
I hope so. Not on the list before we move on. I think 3 notable names. Amari Stoudemire, not on the list. Detlef Schrempf, not on the list, especially when you consider international play. And Sean Kemp, the Rain Man. So those 3 are not even on this giant old big list, which is a little weird. It's like, why not just throw them up?
Why not just?
I mean, the list is huge as it is.
Yeah, those guys aren't making it. I've been doing some Amare studying and some Sean Kemp studying as well recently because I've been looking at Blake Griffin's case.
Right.
And it's easy to comp Amare with him and even Sean Kemp with him. Amari's not. They're not cutting it. You wouldn't put any of those 3 in, right?
I mean, I'd like to do a deeper dive on it. I know we've talked about it before. I can never remember accolades and stuff like that. I mean, they're not first ballot Hall of Famers, but again, like some of these guys go in. Tim Hardaway Sr. is a good example. Like, Mitch Richmond, obviously years prior. Like that, if that's the level, then I don't know. It's tough to convince me that like Amari and Kemp aren't close to those levels, right? No.
Yeah. Close. Close, yeah.
Not close enough.
Anyways,
All right.
not close enough.
Save it for another podcast. Because we're going to rip some packs here. Yeah, a little Christmas bonus edition of the Top Shot Tass.
Move over, TK.
Top Shot Trey. We did this last week. We've been ecstatic with Top Shot coming on as a title sponsor over the last couple weeks. And last week we had Trey rip some packs. This week I'm going to do it here, see what I can get. Now I got these boosted holiday packs, Tass. So we got some rookie debuts we're looking for, or some video game numbers. There's a Booker one, or some for the win rare moments. All right.
You're boosting? You're boosting on me?
I'm boasting, baby. I also have this Shea Gilgeous-Alexander fandom pack that I'm going to open. I did a challenge on Top Shot recently. So we're just going to find out what my serial number is here. So let's just do that. Let's just rip this bad boy. Ooh. Can you hear that?
Oh, yeah, I can hear that.
Okay, here we go. We want serial number 1. Let's go. 863. Okay.
863.
I'm going to kill this music because it's going to get very annoying in a hurry. But let's watch the play here. Do you remember this one? Whoa.
Shea Gilgeous-Alexander handles.
Dropped. Who did he drop there? Is it Reed? I think it was Reed.
Oh, Shea looking good. That's not.
Okay.
Oh, Davon Reed. Yeah, right. Nice. Nice, Shea. So you were looking for serial number 1.
Well, yeah. I mean, you look. I think in the Top Shot streets, you want serial number 1. You want the jersey serial number, right? So whatever the player's jersey number is, you would love that number for the serial. And some people love the perfect serial, they call it, which is the last serial number of whatever the circulation is. So the first, the last, or the jersey number.
Holy cow.
I mean,
what's your number 1 serial?
I've got an Anthony Davis number 33. That's the lowest I think I have.
Oh,
pretty low. And he's a number 3, so that's a double jersey number. You want to get cute with it?
That is cute.
Yeah, let's get cute with it.
I'm also interested. What's your number 1 cereal? Like in the morning.
Oh, Honey Nut Cheerios, easily.
Okay, great.
Not
answer.
even close. Luna loves Honey Nut Cheerios.
No way.
Loves them. Like, I thought I loved Honey Nut Cheerios. My dog devours them. I mean, I can only give her, like, I don't even know if I'm supposed to be giving them to her, but like,
yeah,
3 or 4 at a time. I don't think that's a big deal.
Yeah, there's something in those HNCs. I don't know.
Right. Gotta be careful. Don't take my advice. Okay, here we go. Let's open these boosted holiday packs.
All right, so these are all boosted. What the heck does that mean?
They're just like, again, like I said, the chances. I mean, I think we're guaranteed a rare moment and in at least one of these. In fact, if I hover over these, I'm gonna be told by that little spotlight shadow underneath, one of them's gonna be a little different. Or maybe not. Okay, maybe not. We're going to find out. Let's go down the middle. Let's do it.
All right.
Let's
379. Boost it.
Bruce Brown. You love Bruce Brown, Tass.
I love Bruce Brown. Let's see a Bruce Brown jump shot because you don't usually see a Bruce Brown jumper.
Oh.
Now here he goes into the lane. Oh, yes.
Floater jumper.
Yeah. This is a Bruce Brown shot. I guess the top shotters didn't know what to call it because that's not a jump shot.
They don't have like a designation for floater, so they had to go jump shot. It's not a layup. Yeah.
No, it's a dinker. It's a push shot floater as he gets into the lane. That's a Bruce Brown type shot. That makes me feel good.
Good.
I like the inclusion of guys who don't have the prettiest games. Nice shot.
Oh, well, okay. What about this guy, Seth Curry?
This guy's got a pretty game. Here he goes. Ooh. Here he goes. Goes up for a shot multiple times because he has to lose his defender. Anthony Simons. Got him with the 3rd attempt.
Yeah.
Seth.
It's a bit of a pump fake party, wasn't it?
Yeah, very nice.
Right. Okay. Over to the left. We got number 43, Tess. Austin Reeves.
Nice.
Oh, my goodness.
Austin Reeves, baby.
Wow. What number is Austin Reeves? Tell me he's 43. No, he's not. He's 15.
Oh, yeah. A dime from Austin Reeves. That wasn't to LeBron, which I do believe would elevate. That's a Lonnie Walker assist.
Yeah, it's true.
Because if it was to LeBron, it would be worth more, right?
Yeah, it would be
the
faux moment, as we talked about last week. 43 is one of my lowest serial numbers, and it's Austin Reeves of all people. I love it. All right,
nice.
Bottom right. What do we got? We got a layup from Malik Monk.
Here we go. A layup from Malik Monk.
It's a pretty up and under.
Yes. See, and a nice pass from Sabonis.
Oh, it's a gorgeous pass. That could have been a Sabonis assist. You're right.
So I was a little underwhelmed seeing the description. A layup?
And then you watch the moment.
Then you watch the play.
Right.
That's very nice.
I thought I was guaranteed either like a spotlight series or for the win in one of these packs. So I'm going to find out if we're right or not. What do we got here? We got a dunk from Jared Allen. It's a spotlight series. Okay, so that's what it is. Oh man. Bull. Tall guy. Maybe not the strong side there. He just
Put it down on him.
Yeah.
That's a lot of meat right there.
Is Jared
lot
Allen
of
going to
man
be
meat.
an all-star again?
It's probably a replacement.
Yeah.
Yeah, unlike last year, Donovan Mitchell's stealing all the spotlight
Yeah, that's true. I don't
for
think
the
he'll be there.
Cavs.
All right, one more. Why not? Layup from PJ Washington, the Chevy tracks of the NBA.
You got to be excited. He
Oh
went
my-
through his legs. What a spin.
He's actually had like a decent season. I know no one cares because it's the Hornets, but
That's pretty.
that is pretty.
Is it more? Does it have more value because he's doing it in those beautiful teal jerseys?
Well, I mean, it's up to you.
Thank you.
Maybe there's a teal collector out there. Look at that. That does look pretty, that moment there.
Yeah,
All right,
very
come
nice.
on.
Very nice.
We got a layup from Javon Carter. We had this last week, I remember. TK
Oh, yeah.
pulled this. Yeah. Whoop.
Sure had it a couple
All right,
times.
we'll make it quick.
This is Javon Carter's night.
Ooh, I got two
36.
rippled here. We've got a steal from Herbert Jones. Little defense.
A steal?
Yep.
An NBA Top Shot? What's Herbert going to
Where
do?
is the steal? Oh, there we go.
Oh,
Holy
right there. The
moly.
steal and the save. Interesting.
Oh, that was clean.
Oh, the strip there.
Oh,
And
wow.
then the save.
Give me
Interesting
that.
moment.
Oh, that's a spotlight. That's a spotlight. There you go. Okay.
Okay. I'm going
Two
to
more.
spotlight that. Very nice. Two more.
338. Oh, Isaiah Hartenstein.
We got an Isaiah Hartenstein jam.
I think,
Put
did we
back.
have this last week too?
Put back and a yell. My name's Hartenstein. Don't call me Hartenstein.
Oh, he's
That's what he
pumped.
was yelling. Very nice.
What does he look like?
Somebody.
I was gonna say Buha from the Athletic, but a little bit.
Yeah.
Final one here. We got a block OKC. Darius Baisley, Tasmelis.
All right,
Yep,
let's
this
go.
is a
Here we
defensive
go.
pack.
Early in the season, Darius Baisley.
On Luca? No.
Oh, yeah. We've
was.
seen this one too.
Yeah, at the Apex.
Offhand block.
On
Is there an
Luca.
offhand collector out there? Because he blocks it with his right hand, and he's a lefty.
There it is. There it is. I got some spotlight series, so nothing super rare there, but I am trying to complete that set. So there you go. Got a Jared Allen, and what was the other one I got? Spotlight series. Herb Jones. There it is.
How many are in that spotlight series?
I think the set, right? It's like it grows every time there's a pack drop, so believe it's at 22 moments or something like that, maybe 25.
It grows every time. Huh?
Well, yeah, I mean, because as the season goes on, and more moments are added that they think are like worthy of the spotlight series, they're sort of added to the circulation and to the set. You know what I mean?
They really reel you in.
Oh yeah, man.
Because I'm just thinking, okay, so I know that there's 800 cards in a sports set. I know I'm getting to there and I'm done, but they're Top Shot really forcing you to collect.
Well, they're not forcing you, Tess. I wouldn't say that if you want.
yeah.
But you know what? For someone like me, that like I almost have that call it a problem or whatever, that addictive personality where I want to. I'm a completionist. Like I want to complete things.
Exactly.
I mean, I have like a task app where it's like wake up and I click, and it's like shower and I click check, and it's like
don't.
eat food and I check it, maybe shave, and I sometimes put that one and I say no tomorrow. As someone that does that, you're right, man. I see these sets,
Yeah,
I'm like,
exactly.
"Ooh, I want to complete that one. So
Exactly.
it's a lot of fun
No,
for
I'm-
me.
I'm
We
with
know
you.
it's not for everybody. I know people get upset. We don't care. We have a blast with it, and it's basketball related highlights, man. This is all we do for a living. We absolutely love it. So shout out to Top Shot coming through with some packs there. I actually bought those 2 packs, so they didn't come through with anything. I did. I came through with the content.
Oh,
But thank you.
appreciate that.
Yeah, no problem. Yeah, Task, if you could slip me $20 just to cover
Yeah,
that.
no problem. I'll
great.
hit you up because now I'm a Top Shot boy.
You are.
Streets.
You are. You are.
Yeah.
All right, let's take our final break. When we come back, pick 'em results. Tassie has a very funny tweet of the night. Don't go anywhere.
I live in Atlanta, but I like watching the Toronto Raptors and Toronto Blue Jays play. And that used to be a big pain for me because they don't show the games here. It doesn't happen. But this season, I discovered an amazing trick that's let me watch every single NBA and MLB game live for a fraction of the normal cost. It's called ExpressVPN. Here's how it works. The NBA offers NBA League Pass, which lets you stream games online, but if you live in the US or Canada, it doesn't let you watch all of them. Some games are blacked out. Even for us, we get the blacked out blues with our passes as well. It happens. It happens to us. So what do? Fire up ExpressVPN and use it to change your location to a different country. Buy and use the NBA League Pass from there, and boom, no blackouts. What a hack. And depending on the country, NBA League Pass could cost less than $15 for a whole year. ExpressVPN works on your computer, phone, router, and consoles like Fire TV, so you can watch all the games from any device. Even when you're not watching NBA, you can use ExpressVPN all the time for stuff like Netflix or Disney Plus to access thousands of extra shows that are only on other countries' libraries. Enjoy all 1,230 games of the NBA season in HD with the world's most trusted VPN, ExpressVPN. And you can use our special link today to get 3 months free at expressvpn.com/nodunks. Then you can use ExpressVPN to sign up for NBA League Pass at a huge discount. That's expressvpn.com/nodunks for 3 months free with a 1-year package. expressvpn.com/nodunks.
With the bustling holiday season well underway, ready-to-eat meal delivery can lend a helping hand. Factor shops, preps, cooks, and delivers to your door so you can enjoy chef-crafted, dietitian-approved meals during the holiday minus the hassle. Plus, with 34 meals per week, including Gourmet Plus, Keto, Calorie Smart, Vegan Plus Veggie, and 36 plus weekly add-ons, you'll have plenty of nutritious, flavorful options to choose from. Holidays are jam-packed, but luckily Factor's fresh, never-frozen meals make it easy to fuel up fast when you're on the go. You can save time with meals delivered ready to heat and eat in just 2 minutes. Factor now offers 34 meals per week and 36 plus add-on options like smoothies, juices, snacks, and more to keep you going no matter what you've got going on. Factor is cheaper than dining out and takeout. Put the money you save towards holiday fun and you time. And thanks to Factor's commitment to ingredients with integrity, you can enjoy flavorful, chef-crafted meals guilt-free, like their creamy Parmesan chicken and 3-bean vegan chili. Need a special occasion meal? Gourmet Plus is the perfect solution if you're looking for fast, upscale options done easy. When things get hectic during the holidays, Factor's flexible. Change your order up every week with plans from 4 to 18 meals per week, or pause or reschedule your deliveries anytime. Stress less over meal times this holiday season. Factor's no prep, no mess meals free up time otherwise spent shopping, cooking, and doing cleanup, so you can fully enjoy the holidays without wasting hours in the kitchen. Not only does Factor offer fast, simple solutions for when you're too busy to cook, they also help you stay on top of your goals. With offerings like Protein Plus and Keto, you can stay on track, which will definitely come in handy during the holidays. Factor has everything you need for a week of flavorful, nutritious eats. In addition to ready-to-eat meals, they've got cold-pressed juices, delicious smoothies, energy bites, extra protein, veggie sides, and more to keep you energized during these frantic holiday times. Head to go.factor75.com/nodunk60 and use code NODUNK60 to get 60% off your first box. That's code NODUNK60 at go.factor75.com/nodunk60 to get 60% off your first box.
All right, still here in the yard. Here, let me show you this task. We were talking about that set I wanted to complete, so I pulled this up. This is the Spotlight series, and you can see there I got 21 of the 25. That was actually a great rip for me because I got Jared Allen and I got Herb Jones, who I didn't have. So I need Teenage Mutant Yakapurtle. I need an Anthony Edwards, a Kenyon Martin Jr., and Clint Capella to complete the set for now. So if anybody wants to trade a herder for me, I got 2 herders I saw. There you go, 2x there. So let's do a swap. Get at me. DM me. Slide into my DMs, and let's do it.
Why don't they just make a second series later on in the year.
Oh, there's
Because
lots of
unlike you-
series, Tass. There's no shortage of series. Don't you worry about that.
I know, but like a spotlight series for the second half because it keeps growing and growing and growing. I'm like you. Once I know, the end of something, I want to get there. But I don't know. I wonder if they're dissuading people by just adding things on, or I don't know. Maybe finishing a series isn't the thing that they're thinking about. Anyways,
Well, I don't think everybody's doing it. Also, there's not a million. There's so many sets, right? Like I've completed some sets, but like I've completed maybe 10 sets. There's like another 50 to 60 or 70 of them that I'm never even going to try and complete. So it's all what you want to decide on. And some are more rare and some are more expensive than the other sets. So there's that as well.
I hear you. Well, if we're playing show and tell,
going crazy right now.
this thing is also keeps growing. I'm showing you an insect here that's like a sponge.
Yeah.
It's like you throw in water and it expands overnight. So this keeps growing. And my daughter left today. I kicked her out of the house and she said, put this on your desk. So now I've got this thing that I just grabbed that's on my desk and it's wet and it's gross.
So that'll keep growing. Or that's
it's got to go in water. Now it's shrinking. Now it's shrinking, much like your spotlight series.
Yeah.
You get to the end, and then all of a sudden, I put it in water overnight, and it gets bigger and expands.
That dog also keeps growing too.
She does.
How much do you think Luna weighs?
50 pounds.
Oh, you're very close. Very close. I
Nice.
think we last weighed her in at 55. I want to say 55, 56 pounds. She's not a huge dog, but she's got some weight to her. She's built like a Mack truck, man. All right, pick 'em results last night. I had the Kings. So did Trey/Jerome. Win for us. I needed one. I'm 6-9. Nice, sort of. Trey's 8-7. Tass took the L last night, 9-6. Tonight's game. What do we got?
Well, I think there's a mistake by me here.
Why?
Huge mistake. This game that we're looking at here is on Friday night. I made a mistake. So I went to our friends at BetMGM, throw up the future games on their list.
Yeah.
And it included tomorrow's games, I should say. So there's only 2 games tonight: Spurs, Pelicans, Wizards, Jazz. It's a quiet night in the association.
Wow.
So I was fooled. Because that was like the 5th game on the list. Okay, there's 5 games. Sure, no big deal. But wrong. So
let's make our picks live right now. Find a line.
Wild. Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, that's on me, Jerome. That's on. Anyways, that's on me. So let's do it here. Spurs, Pelicans, Wizards, Jazz. Which one would we rather?
Jerome, you pick a game. Which one you want to? Are we betting?
Wizards, Jazz. Right.
Wizards, Jazz. I think we got to go, right?
Yeah,
All right.
because
we'll have you two pick first, and I'll do the final pick.
So the Jazz are 6.5-point favorites at home against a Wizards team that snuck out a victory the other night against the Phoenix Suns.
Give me the Wizards. Give me the Wizards.
Okay, good. Yeah, 6.5 is a lot for the Jazz, but I'll take the Jazz. I'm taking the Jazz to cover 7 or more, while Skeets has the Wizards to win lose by 6 or less, or win outright, obviously. So what do you got there, Jerome?
I'll go with the Jazz.
Okay, so 2 of you on the Jazz, got to cover there. Got to win by 7 or more, and I got the Zards to either win straight up or keep it close enough for me to get the W. This is big. We're running out of games here in the month of December, so I need to pull this one out. Let's go, Beal. Let's have another big fourth quarter like you had the other night. Let's get to tweet of the night.
Tweet of the night. Wow.
Twitter.
A very fun tweet of the night. The Lopez brothers playing against each other. Cavs Robin versus the Bucks Brooke. And the play you're going to hear is Brooke selling a foul call a little, and he gets the call. And then Robin, who's mic'd up, lets the referee know his opinion on it. So here's the play.
That's a flop. He's an actor. I know. He was in West Side Story. He was Officer Krupke.
Robin Lopez.
He's an actor. He was in West Side Story.
He was Officer Krupke.
That's so good.
He literally says that to a referee in an NBA game. Thanks to Reflog18 on Twitter for grabbing that from the Cavs broadcast.
Oh, he's funny, man.
Very, very good.
That's a good one. I
wonder how many times he said that. I wonder how many times he said, That was chambered. He's had that for a while.
I mean, sure.
I
his brother was probably in West Side Story when he was, I don't know, 14,
I would love for it to be
13.
an ongoing bit, and he just keeps on changing the play that he was in.
Yeah,
I think
maybe.
that'd be good. Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah. So I did mention a little bit earlier that after we heard this Officer Krupke, it's too funny for me. I can't even say it. That our man Cheeve chimed in and said he wants to know. He wants to know from JD or from Jerome, who he tagged there, to weigh in from a musical perspective. Anybody got any information on Officer Krupke's role and whether or not Brooke could pull it off?
He really has a commanding presence. I would assume even like back then.
Oh yeah, I'm sure he was like 6'8" when he was
right, and the deep
old.
voice and everything there. Yeah. I wouldn't say I'm the most learned when it comes to musicals.
Yeah,
we definitely need JD and Matt on that front. But I think like if they're anywhere close to like the voices that they have currently, they would do a really good performance.
Yes, they'd be memorable at the very least.
Oh, for sure,
for good or bad reasons. Hey, speaking of Matty O, there, Tass.
Mm-hmm.
There's a new Is This Good podcast out. It dropped this
transition.
morning. It's on YouTube. It's on its own podcast feed. Search for Is This Good, and it features me and Trey Kirby talking all things holiday related. We literally are debating whether Santa Claus is good for like 20 minutes. I mean, we're really debating, the concept of Santa Claus, and especially if people with kids, you're sort of lying, or where do you draw the line? All that.
Totally.
We talked about bringing packaged food to a potluck. Is that good? And we debated gift cards, just straight up gift cards. You a fan or not? What are your quick thoughts on that, Tass?
Yeah, sometimes you got to go gift cards, and that's fine. Depends on the person, depends on the circumstances. It's not a one size fits all. Package potluck. Would you rather have a shitty cooked meal? So you can find a nice somebody who puts a little thought into what they would buy for a potluck.
Yep.
Respect.
Yep.
The other one, the Santa one. Wow, that one's difficult. I'm just seeing a dog walk by my window with no leash on. Put that thing on a leash.
Sure, it's not a reindeer.
Get that.
Maybe early.
Yeah, our reindeer's real. Great question.
Well, let's leave the Santa Claus one because I don't want to. You never know who's listening and watching with some little ones here. But if you want to hear us debate all of those items and much more, go check out Is This Good, which is up now. Me and Trey with Matteo and JD debating all those and more. Okay, let's call it there. Hey, we're back tomorrow. Don't you worry. Drop podcast tomorrow. We got special guests swinging by. That's the plan. The Grizzly Truth is a new documentary coming out that we talked about a week or two ago about the Grizzlies leaving Vancouver and the conspiracy behind it and what was going on there. We're going to talk to Kat Jamie, who is the director of that film. She's going to swing by and join us on tomorrow's podcast for a little bit, and we'll have rapid fire fun. And so, what? You're not doing worst of the week? You're gonna do best of the week? What's going on?
Yeah, let's do best of the week. Just feels wrong. Getting all grump ass. At this time of year, going to be positive. Then we get to talk to Kat. I can't wait to watch The Grizzly Truth tonight. I still haven't watched it. That's going to be my treat. And also, I'm excited about this. The NBA Christmas Day Drinking Guide that Zach Harper drops on The Athletic.
Okay.
So you watch the 5 games and you follow this guide and you drink when X happens.
Like a
For
bingo
instance,
card. Okay.
First game, drink whenever Joel Embiid scores inside of 10 feet. Well, you're gonna be hammered in the first.
It should be drink anytime he hits the floor. He's always on the floor.
Anyways, I'm looking forward to that. To Christmas Day, all of a sudden. Looking forward to it. What's that? Say that again. You garbled.
3 days away.
Say that again. You garbled.
3 days away.
It is 3 days away.
Said it 3 times because it's 3 days away. All right, we gotta go. We'll see you guys tomorrow with the Drop Podcast. It'll be a blast. Until then, Clipper Bros.
You heard it here first. Have a great time. Turn up. Love you guys. Awesome.
Oh, damn. Thanks for joining us. And remember, I'm reading the Christmas Day guide. Try and guess what the James Harden drinking criteria is as we go here. This is so hard, so particular. You got to be watching so closely. So
I don't know. Like,
intensely. Go ahead.
I was gonna say dribbles 10 times in a row or something.
Yeah, that would be fine.
Yeah.
That would be fine. Zach, what's going on here? Drink whenever James Harden is the only man back in transition and the opponent scores? Give me a break. Give me a break, Zach. Just want to relax. I don't have to be using my binoculars.
Your hands free 10x binoculars that I got you.
Somebody actually sent me a link on Amazon to those. I'm gonna buy them for myself.
All right, treat yourself. All right, guys, we'll see you tomorrow. Embrace the day, people.
You could